Hi, today we're going to talk about how we are going to convert a Notion form into a PDF file. As you can see, I have got a form over here wherein once a user fills in all the details in this particular form and they click on submit, the responses get captured onto the responses view that we can see over here. So I already have created two dummy submissions out of the particular form and I have two records created right over here. But I'm looking to create PDF files on automation from these two records that get stored onto the database. So anytime a user clicks on submit and a response gets captured, I want to create a PDF file out of that on automation. For this, I'll be using a tool known as PDF Output, which helps me create PDF files from a Google document with the help of a Notion database. This can create any document such as reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, quotations, or anything that you are creating on scale in your business. So you can take advantage of this particular database that you have in the form of a Notion form, or if you have any existing database, you can also use that. Click on Create PDF and quickly sign in with one of your account, and then we will understand the rest of the automation steps, how we can create an automation system. So I'm going to sign in over here, and now I am required to add a Notion database to start with, after which I can add a document as my template file. Once both the things are added, you will be able to see all the properties of the Notion database populate over here in the mapping section, which you can click to copy and paste it onto the document live, and then the PDF can be created out of that. So let's start with adding a database. Click on Add Notion Database, and now it will simply allow us to add a database. So what we will do is I will copy the database title which we have over here. Let me copy this title. I can go to the setup screen, click on next. I have two options. I can go with a template, that is a Notion database which can be copied over onto my workspace, and once it gets copied over onto my workspace, I can use it for testing purposes. So I can go with that option, or I can select a new page altogether from my database, and I can add it as a source of database to create the PDFs. So I will go with the second option, click on select pages. I'll put the title of the database inside this field, and you will be able to see the particular form appear over here. Click on this and the particular form is added onto my workspace. As you can see, Bookkeeping Services Agreement form, and now I can use it to create PDF files. So whenever you're adding a database, always enter the database title inside the search pages field, and you can add the database from the drop down. Do not add the database by selecting these top level pages which may contain the database, as your experience will not be smooth and it will be incomplete for your purpose. So always and always add the database by entering the database title inside the search pages. Besides this, if your database contains any relation properties, such as if this database is connected to relation to database A and database B through relation properties, you also need to add database A and database B over here along with the bookkeeping services agreement form. So make sure to add all the databases that are used in your main database, even if it's a relation property, so that the relation and roller values are correctly created in the PDF files which is generated. Okay. Having considered all these points, let me click on allow access, and now I will get access to the bookkeeping services agreement form, which I can use for the automation setup. So if your database is not appearing in the drop down, you can simply click on reload database, or even have an option to refresh the page once or twice. If you do that, your database will automatically populate correctly and it will correctly show in the drop down. Okay, so it's still not visible. Let me reload the database once again, and sometimes it takes a while to load it, and you can see now it is visible. Okay, so let me click on this, and now I will be able to see all the properties of the database appear here one below the other. So you can see all the properties of the particular database are visible over here, which we already have in this database over here. Okay, so all the properties are already added. Now it's time to add the document. So let me click on add Google document. If I already have any bookkeeping service agreement form document on my drive, I can go with existing document, and I can select that existing document whatever I would have on my drive. I do not have any such document available. So I will simply add a demo document which I can use for my testing use cases. So it will create me a demo document with all the mappings already done. So let me remove the stock text which I do not need, and let me rename this file to bookkeeping services. Okay. Now you can see it has created all these placeholders for me beforehand, such as the address, email, full name, phone number, signature. All the fields are automatically coming from the database over here. Okay. So when the PDF will be created, it will simply replace these values that you see inside double curly brackets with the values from the database that we have over here, and the PDF will be generated. Okay. So this is how the automation will work. We can even copy the properties from here onto the document live. Let's say I want to get the bookkeeper's full name. I can simply click on copy. It will copy the placeholder and I can map it anywhere. Let's say I want to put it over here. I can paste it by using Control V or Command V, and then the particular property is already pasted onto the document. Okay, this creates a live mapping which you can do in your case to generate the PDF files. Let's say I want to create map the client email. I will click on copy over client email and I can put it anywhere in the document using the keyboard shortcut Control V or Command V. Okay, but all my mappings are already done for me beforehand, so I do not need to map it anymore. You can see all the mappings already done. Now if I go to the database and I scroll to the right side of the database, I will find these two additional columns: generate PDF and PDF file. If any record is set to ready to generate, the PDF file will be created for those specific records right over here. Okay, so make sure to mark the records as ready to generate whatever you want to create as PDF files. And besides this, you also have an option to name the PDF file. So let's say I want to generate the PDF file with the name of the bookkeeper. So we have the bookkeeper's full name available over here. So I will select bookkeeper's full name. All the PDF file will be created by this particular column that we have over here. Okay. So that is how this will work. And now everything is all set up. Let's click on download PDF. And now you will be able to get the PDF downloaded onto your downloads folder, as well as it will be downloaded into the PDF file section that we'll have over here. So you can see the first file is already out, and let me click on this and I will be able to see the output correctly. So you can see all the output is precisely mapped with the document database that we had. Let's see the second file. This also has all the placeholders correctly mapped. Okay, so we have two files created side by side whose values have been correctly mapped with the database that we have over here. Now, the beautiful thing about PDF output is you can simply click on this button, set up Notion automation, and this will create an automation to run forever. Okay, this means you do not need to generate PDF coming back to PDF output and doing all the process that you just did. All you need is once the user clicks on submit and the responses go over here, you can simply mark it as ready to generate and the PDF will be created right over here in the PDF file section. This eliminates the need to use PDF output to create PDF file as it is a manual process. All you need to do is simply keep on adding records and mark it as ready to generate inside this database, and the PDF file will be directly created over here in the PDF file section. This makes it really easy and convenient for you to use the tool, as everything can be automated and the PDFs can be created right inside your Notion database. Okay. I hope this explanation was clear and helpful to you. If you still have questions, use the chat bubble at the bottom of the page. Send me a message with your queries. I'll be able to take up any issues on this. You even have an option to book a free demo session. So you can book a free demo session with me where I'll be able to walk you through the entire process step by step. Or else you can even use this contact section and send me an email with your issues on whatever you're facing.